What up? Back again. Happy whatever day it is when you're watching this. We're back at it. Another day, another dollar, another Sammy come. Another Sambo. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Guys, big news in baseball world today. Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles. Um, that was a surprise. I think my initial reaction was, wow, great get for the Orioles, who all of a sudden, after kind of underachieving last year, falling a little flat after big expectations the year before, all of a sudden, kind of, due to some moves earlier in the season, off season, and now with this move, their lineup is all of a sudden really, really solid. And they should have a great offense next year. They still need some help on the pitching front, I think, but that all of a sudden is turning into a really scary lineup. What the? And then now, but I think what a much more interesting story is the Mets and what exactly their plan is. They let Diaz walk, and now one of their most popular players, one of the faces of their franchise, Pete Alonso, goes to the Orioles, and you're just kind of wondering what the plan is here. They've got Soto, they've got Lindor, and after that, I mean those are their two stars, and apparently they don't really get along. And so we've heard some whispers about Lindor being in some trade talks, and Soto being interested in opting out. You're just kind of wondering, like, what is going on here? Like, Steve Cohen, richest owner in baseball, and some of these contracts aren't like, insane. They're not Ohtani contracts. They're not, whatever Mike Trout contracts. They're 70 million and 155 million, and I mean that should be reasonable for Mr. Moneybags. So I'm not exactly sure what is going on there, but a good National League team getting worse is good news for the Padres. So I'll take that. And speaking of the Padres, no news is bad news, in my opinion. That we keep hearing rumblings of an impending mass trade, explosion. Something crazy is gonna happen. Prellerpalooza this offseason. He's gonna shake things up, and I'm just not really buying it until I see it. I just think with the sale of the team, in the works, how much, how crazy can he really get? I don't think he has a ton of money to work with, or certainly not going to sign any expensive players. So I'm just not overly excited about rumors at this point. I'm going to need to see it before I really get all that invested. Still kind of bummed about Craig Stammen being the manager, but I guess we'll see how that all works out. Hey, hump day is over with. Got my softball game tomorrow. Hopefully I hit a home run. I usually like to think that I should be able to hit one home run a game. I don't always. I usually actually don't. But there's a time where it was happening pretty consistently and I was feeling pretty good. But then I got, all out of sorts. And so now it's sort of like a hit and miss kind of thing. But yeah, and then we turn our attention to the weekend. Very busy weekend. Got to get together Saturday night, and then Big Bear on Sunday, and then another get together on Monday. It's gonna be a lot. But it's fun. I got a couple, some fun content ideas coming up. So if you guys aren't following me, if you're for whatever reason watching this and you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, go ahead and do that, please. Pimplord619 on everything. And yeah, be on the lookout for more fun stuff. So thanks for watching.